என்ன வேணா சொல்லு, லோக்கா நல்லா தான் இருந்தது. இப்போ வருது என்ன படம்னா வருத்தம் சூப்பர் ஹீரோவில். ஆனால் முதல்ல ஆத்தென்டிக்காக கரெக்டாக ஒரு இந்தியன் சூப்பர் ஹீரோ ஃபிலிம்னா அது மின்னல் முரளி தான்டா.
I was that kid who would save his pocket money just to buy comic books from the book fair. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, you name it. But every time I closed the last page, one question hit me hard. Why don't we have a superhero on our own, like an Indian West? Yeah, we had mythological gods with superpowers, but I wanted someone real. A normal guy who fights with the system, who bleeds, who fails, who stands against injustice. Let's be honest, Indian superhero attempts haven't always gone well. Before this movie, we had a lot of superhero attempts like Krish, Ravan from the north, and Mugamudi and Kandasamy from the south. Oh, just don't forget about the Indian Assassin's Creed well either. And honestly, those were well intentioned, but they relied too much on fantasy or too much drama and masala. In my opinion, Krish started strong, but the sequels were not that great. Mugamudi had a potential. I was really expecting so much from that movie because I liked the director, Miskin, but it just got lost between story writing and like a strong writing and execution, only to look like a Desi version of the Batman. Flying jet, well man, I don't know what to even say about that thing. The whole movie feels like being in a concentration camp for 2.5 hours. And fast forward today, everyone is celebrating superhero movies like Minnal Murali, Maaveeran, even Lokah, the recent one. And I love that. I truly do. At least now we are supporting this genre of movies. But somewhere deep down, I can't help thinking there's one Indian superhero movie which was way better than this, according to my opinion, which was way better than this, did everything right and still got ignored. Yes, I am talking about Bhavesh Joshi Superhero, came at the year 2018. Directed by Motwane, the same director who wrote and directed one of my favorite films of all time, Udan. Another movie of him I like is Trapped, starring Rajkumar Rao, and rest of the movies of him are still in my watch list, but I really like his filmmaking style. I have become a big fan of him just by watching these 3 movies. So yeah, let's go into the plot. So a group of 3 friends creates a YouTube channel called Insaf TV. At first to protect minor issues with the system, such as avoiding tree cuttings, internet issues and traffic signal bypasses. But after 2 years, 2 of the 3 friends start to drift away, leaving only Bhavesh to work for the channel, which he started with so much passion and motivation to change the country. But as he becomes aware of a massive scam, the danger he did not expect arises. The film was written with such brutal honesty. It dwelled deeply into politics, corruption, and the cost of standing up. Because, let's be honest, if anyone in our country attempted this in real life, such as acting like an vigilante, he would not be considered as a hero. He would be considered as a criminal, even a terrorist kind of thing. And that's what I love about this film. The writing is very grounded, researched, and painfully real. One of the saddest aspects I found in this movie is how Siku's and Bhavesh's friendship evolves and departs over the time. At first they share a common fire, a desire to change the system. Siku even says, "We'll do this together." But as life progresses, he drifts away. The fire fades as he settles into his corporate routine. The cause that once brought them together now feels like a burden to him. Unfortunately, Bhavesh will face severe consequences by the actions of Siku, which will lead him to a deep guilt. So, as how it happened in reality, the first fight scene, which comes during an interrogation scene, was the most realist fight scene I have ever seen in a movie. It was so grounded, yet action-packed and extremely enjoyable. I love how this movie balances the reality and superhero elements here and there. Aside from the action segments, I really enjoy the traffic signal scenes in this film. I won't spoil them for you, you can see them yourself. Technically, Bhavesh Joshi was way ahead of its time. During an interview in IGN, they clearly talked about the VFX challenges they faced with minimal budget and novel techniques. They even built an entire set for the climax fight scene, which is quite impressive. You can't even say it's a set, that's how much realistic it will be. Every bit of visual effect, the mask, the bike stunts, the fight scenes, the training scenes are my personal favorite. Even the reflection of the wet roads of the dark Mumbai was grounded in realism. The songs and background score by Amit Trivedi was top notch. Specifically, I love that background score in the climax fight. And the cinematography is at the finest as well, portraying rainy dark Mumbai alongside with some of the coolest wallpaper worthy frames. So this film is eerily similar to the Batman Vengeance. It came at 2022. I'm not saying Matt Reeves was inspired by this. There's a couple of scenes seems like he was inspired by it. Unfortunately, the film failed because of box office numbers. The actor who played Bhavesh said to the interviewer, maybe it was poor marketing, but I know a lot of films which was not very much well marketed but was successful among critics. So maybe it was because of the incorrect audience or maybe incorrect time. Maybe people are not ready to witness a superhero without superpowers. I won't say this movie is perfect as well. It has flaws and logical errors here and there, but the story and screenplay compensate for that. Overall, this is an extraordinarily beautiful film. This is one of my favorite films of all time. It laid the foundation for today's superhero films that we are celebrating nowadays, like Maveeran, Lokah and Minnal Murali. It dared to be real when everyone wanted fantasy, and that's exactly why it deserves to be remembered. Not as a failed superhero, but as a vision ahead of its time.